Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. I've got my bee cup today. We've got to look after our bees, and it's a nice reminder, isn't it? Oh, so welcome everyone on here. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I had a really nice, a nasty bug, and it took me away from my work for about a week. Yeah, I lost my voice. I think the universe was trying to tell me something. Oh, someone's joined us already. Happy Monday to you, whoever you are. Show your name and I'll give you a hug. So hope you've got your cuppa ready. So whoever you are, happy Monday. It's Jeff. Oh, thank you, Jeff, for joining us. Happy Monday to you, my sweet. Basically, I had this bug and I couldn't even work. I don't want to give it to anyone else, but I lost my voice for a bit and I thought, okay, maybe I'm meant to be doing something else this week. So that's what I did. Oh, hi, Julie. Oh, thank you for saying that. She said it's good to see me back. Yes, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. I've missed it. I did miss doing my tea with Nan. So thank you for being back and perhaps joining, and to share this, Oh, I hope you're having a good day, Jeff. And May's here as well. Oh, lovely May. I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're well, my darling. Happy Monday hugs to everyone on here. It's so nice to start the week this way, isn't it? We've got to be positive and we've got to stay that way when everything around us is changing and we've got life's pressures, haven't we? Oh, I've got a great big heart on here from Val. Oh, that's so good. I've never seen that on here before. That's amazing, you clever girl. Thank you, Val. Good morning to you. Oh, sorry, afternoon. It's 12 o'clock. And that is a massive hug. Thank you. So yeah, I'm all better now. Everything's fine. But I had to use some of my own tools, of course, and I've got quite a few on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. I happened to use the water bottle labels, and thank you, Tracy. You're on here. Happy Monday, hugs to you. So I used a few of that. I used the Dear Body. I used all sorts of things. So if you want to find out more about what I used, you can always private message me email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. I can tell you how I got over this particular bug very quickly using my own tools. So that's something to consider, or just look randomly and see which one suits you. So I'm all better now. So today is all about, the tea with Nan today is all about I'm interested but not involved. Now, anyone that knows me, or my clients know me, my family, from my tools, they all know that this is one of the ones that they love the best, and I love introducing to them because it is a very good way of keeping your energy high enough to help yourself and others, okay? Oh, Naomi's on here as well. Happy Monday to you, my darling. I'm interested but not involved is a very easy thing to remember. When you start using it, it becomes almost an automatic thing. When you've got a stimulus around you, something that's upsetting you, something that's making you feel dragged down, a worry, a stress, a situation. And I don't know anyone that hasn't got that at the moment. And that's a good thing for us in a way, because through those situations, we're going to grow, aren't we? We're going to evolve through those things, through those situations and those gifts that they bring from that situation. And there's always a gift. There's always something positive will come from something negative. And I always like to show that and share that and explain that more to people in more detail. Thank you, Naomi. So I'm interested but not involved. We do this to keep our emotional balloon high. It sounds indifferent, doesn't it? It's not that we don't care about people. It's not that we don't want to get involved and solve it for them. Of course we do. Family members, people we loved, our children, our adult kids, our friends, our partners. Of course we want to help. But we can help them by being slightly objective to what they're feeling. Because they're feeling despair or anger or fear or worry. They're feeling all those feelings that bring them down. Have you noticed that if you're with somebody who's despairing or feeling bad in any way and negative, you're going to feel that come down as well? You might try and be positive and offer a solution, but quite often offering a solution is not going to be the answer that they really need. Maybe they just need you to listen to them and maybe give it back to them. Maybe empower them with, I just know that you're going to sort this out. And I'll show you a story in a minute that I did, similar to what I've just been saying, that will show the evidence of it. I've done this loads and loads of times. When I'm with somebody I care about, and something's happened to them, I'm always interested, but not involved. I'm interested in as to why they have brought this into their consciousness to learn from. Why do they need to experience this, whatever this is, whether it be on a physical, emotional level, whatever. And I shall, as I say, I'll show you more of that in a minute, how that works. But we need to keep ourselves above the situation so we can be more of use to them. So instead of being dragged down by whatever's brought them down, we have to raise ourselves to here. We have to bring ourselves into a place of looking down on it. Like looking down from a cat on a fence. You're looking down on it. You're not in it. When you're in it, we can't always, we're engulfing ourselves in those feelings and how that person feels. We identify with that person. So it's very difficult at first not to be involved with every feeling they have, because of course we can relate to it. And we want to take it away. So we empower them by giving it back to them. And I will show you how to do that. So, and if you look at things differently in the sense of I can love them without having to validate every negative feeling they have, you're going to help yourself. You're going to help them. You're going to help yourself stay high in your energy. And you're going to help them to see that your energy is positive and not being dragged down by what they are being dragged down by. Because they don't really want, oh, this must feel terrible, you poor thing. Yes, they want validation. Everybody does. But people really are looking for solutions, aren't they? And they're looking to be empowered and to trust themselves with the knowledge they know they can heal their own selves with and change their own lives with. And to have a different perspective over that situation. They need to feel more powerful from themselves. So I will tell you a little story. I mean, on a physical level, this helps you, by the way, emotionally and obviously by the law of attraction. I've got a little note here to remind me not to forget these things. But when you become indifferent, not so much indifferent, detached, you have to pretend to be looking at a film almost, or someone else's story. And then you can have a more sort of a better evaluation of what's going on because you're not in it. So I'll tell you this story. I'll go back to the other chakra man thing later. So what was going on about that? A family member of mine, she came in to see me and she was really, a few years ago, really upset over a situation. And I love this person with all my heart. So she comes in and she's feeling really upset and everything had gone wrong that day and this was wrong and that was wrong. And the more she was telling me, the more and more she was getting upset. And I could feel it from her. I could hear it in her voice. And I just sat there and I smiled at her. And she finished her long story of everything that had gone wrong. And she said to me, "Aren't you worried about me? Don't you care about me?" Well, I said, "Of course I care about you. And I don't worry about you because I just know that you are going to find solution to every one of those issues. Every one. I just know that you are going to find solution to it. So why would I worry?" Well, she went off and the next day I saw her. She came in and she said, "I sorted this out. I did that. I did that. I did that. I did that. All of it's finished and sorted." I said, "I knew you would. Well done." And she thanked me for it. She thought I'd helped her to do that. When all I'd done is given back the responsibility to her. I gave her the trust that I knew that she would find solution to that problem, those many problems actually. All I had to do was give it back. I just know that you will find solution to this problem. And you are then empowering them. And once you set that up, they are more able to deal with other problems in their life, further to what you've been introduced to that day. So if you're thinking, you're setting them up with a lesson, a life lesson of how to trust themselves. So I never had that issue again where I had to feel as a family member to fix this person or to help that situation, which, by the way, I could have done. But I just stood back and I thought, yeah, she can do this. And it's a very good, oh, hi, Faye. Lovely to see you, darling. Nice that you're here. Happy Monday hugs. So I just knew that she would find the gift in all of that. And the gift was to trust herself through those situations and to empower herself with some action that she knew that she could do and set her up for further challenges. Really good. So I'm interested, but not involved. I'm interested. I did say to her at the time, I'm just interested as to why you've ordered this. She didn't like that at first because she didn't want to see that she maybe have introduced something into her life on a soul level that was going to make her grow. Because when we're in that, we don't realise the gifts are there. But when I started to empower her and say, I just know you're going to find solution, you're giving back that gift. You're not taking it and opening it and making it all better for them, because they're only going to go around the corner and find another gift that needs opening in that situation. And you're going to empower them better if you give it back. You know, I've got another little story here that I love telling my clients and students. The postman arrives at my door and he's got next door's parcel. Well, I don't take next door's parcel into my house, because if I take next door's parcel, I'm taking away his gift. I don't open it. I give it back. It's his parcel. It's not mine to open. And people that I've taught this to realize, when they start to apply this metaphor to themselves, is it my gift or is it their gift? It's their gift. It's their business. It's their situation. So I'm going to give it back. I might give them the scissors, metaphorically, the scissors, or to help them, or to watch them open their gift. Oh, thank you, Faye. That's so sweet. So I might give them support while they open their gift, but I'm not going to open their gift for them. I could easily have taken away the situations from the family members that I love, but I chose not to. I chose to be supportive and to love them, but to give them the trust in themselves that they can handle this themselves, or they will find the solution. So it is a very important thing to say to yourself, I'm interested as to why they've ordered this, what the gifts are going to be. There's many gifts in situations. You know, you might find that you didn't have, for instance, this person I was talking about didn't have self-trust, didn't have self-belief or confidence. Imagine how that feels when you've sorted everything out and you've done it yourself. Wow, now you're empowered and you feel that self-belief and you've got a sense of trust. And then you're able to deal with things in the future. So there's at least three gifts I can pick out there that person had from that situation. And who am I to take those away from that person? So even with best intention of love and support, we cannot help that person if we do it for them. You know, it's like a child on a bike. You know, we might help the bike, you know, they've got stabilizers on. You might help that child on the bike, but the child has got to fall off. It's got to learn how to ride that bike. And with all the best intention to keep that child away from pain and suffering, as we do with everything else in our lives, with all our friends and family, we try our best to support them so they don't feel those things. But they'll never grow from anything else. We've got to grow from our own experiences of handling each situation. So, I'm interested but not involved gives you detachment. It makes you look down on this situation. In a sense, I don't mean looking down on the person or this, but looking down objectively. So you're not in it. You're not in that well of worry and stress, but you're being objective. You're watching. And then all you have to do, if you want to, with friends and family, is give them back the power that they're seeking. Not just the validation. Yes, you can say this must be awful, but I know that you are going to find solution to this problem. I just know you will. You'll find the answers. And they'll thank you for it, because this is all they really need, apart from the love and the support you're giving them. But they don't need your solution. They don't need you to open their parcel. So we need this for physical reasons, because when we keep our emotional balloon high and we're not worried about them, we ourselves can have a faith that they're going to sort this, or that situation will go away, or that something good will come from it. So our base chakra here stays open. This is our main chakra. This is our main battery that feeds the rest of our body. If we're worried, that one goes down and we end up having imbalance. And we don't know we're worried half the time because it's a subconscious thing. You know, it's quite a surprise to me if I realise that I'm worried about something, but I do something about it straight away. I've got lots of tools, as you know, and they're all on my website. So if you find you worry about things, maybe go to some of the red talks or the red meditations on there. That will help to ease that energy, to make it flow better, so you're less likely to be affected by what you're thinking about. So when we worry, that goes down. When we're stressed, this one goes down, the yellow. That's our sense of identity. And that's really bad for your body as well. So these areas are affected when you do this exercise. I'm interested but not involved. You're taking back control over how that situation is making you feel. You're actually helping your third eye area here, because suddenly you're just believing that it's going to be okay. You have a trust. And when you have trust, this one opens. When you trust that it's going to work. And the more you do this, the better you'll see the evidence. So this one is stimulated to work, and so is the solar plexus and the base. So you're helping yourself on a physical level, on an emotional level, definitely, because you're becoming objective. You're rising above. You're not like a frightened child inside you. Can I be enough? Am I going to be able to help them? So you need to be able to have that feeling, I can. And that emotionally is going to make you feel good, because once you start, as I say, using this and you see the result like I did, you've only got to apply it again and again. And remember, is that parcel yours, or does it belong to next door? Does it belong to the person with a name on it? Does it belong to us? Quite often it doesn't. And we have to think, is this my parcel? So remember the postman, and remember the story I told you about my family member. And since then, there's never been an issue that that person couldn't cope with. It built that confidence that she needed. And all you have to do is remember those, give it back with love and support, but be interested but not involved. You see, when you're involved, nothing good really happens. You end up all worrying about the same thing. Hi, Lauren. Nice that you've joined us, darling. I hope you can share this with some of your family and friends, because if you do share this, it might be just what they need today to keep them in a powerful place of self. Because quite often people don't feel powerful when they're worried and stressed about their family or the future. I'm interested but not involved. You can actually use this for everything, because you need to be sort of protected from stress and worry over things around you. You know, world events and affairs, they can be terrible, but you worrying about it's going to bring your energy down. That's not going to help. That's just going to make you weaker and ill. Quite often, if this one goes down for a long time, we see imbalance, and it's sneaky. It's like a little worry worm that goes underneath the garden and you don't know it's there. And you might think that you're okay and handling stuff and you're powerful, you're proactive, whatever. And I always think that, but what a surprise when you realize that actually I am worried about that, or that person, or that the future, or whatever. And then you realize that worry worm's gone in and it's brought you down. So I'm interested but not involved. Gives you a sense of faith and trust that things are going to be okay. I'm not involved. I'm staying right here, and I'm going to watch how this evolves. I'm going to be positive about the outcome. I'm going to imagine the positive outcome from it, and I'm going to detach. You see, when you detach, you really help your feelings here. You help your mind to work better. And when you're too involved with something, you're just engrossed in it. And then you can't see anything else on the outside, because that's all you see. It's all you feel. What you feel is what you attract more of by the law of attraction. The last thing you want is more of the stress or worry or feelings that have made you feel that way, or more challenges to that person that you care about. You know, you're sort of worrying about it together. You're both going to have more of that worry come into your life. So what you could do is you could write down some of the sentence, put it down on somewhere you can see it, to remind yourself that every time that you are worried about someone, or you're stressed over a situation, or about yourself even, you might be judging yourself. You might be hard on yourself. I'm interested but not involved. I'm interested as to why I'm doing that. And it gives you an objective understanding of yourself. Why am I doing this? I'm not involved in that feeling. I'm not going to go downhill with it. I'm not going to go down the spiral. I'm going to be objective and hold that feeling up. Oh, that's an interesting feeling I'm doing, or I'm feeling, or I'm doing, it's an action I'm doing. Why am I doing that? If it's something destructive or negative, hold it up with courage. I'm interested as to why I'm doing this. What can I? It gives you a feeling of being more powerful enough to take action against what's not good for you. So you're taking your own parcel, you're opening your own parcel, and you're doing something with it, but you're not afraid of it because you're interested but not involved. See, when we're too involved, we're afraid of some of those feelings. So it's really good for us to be objective all the time, detach, because that's where the answers are when you're looking at the bigger picture of yourself or a situation or someone else. That's always a good idea. So see how many ways you can use it, but maybe start with people that are around you, that you get sapped into, that you lose your energy. If you're with a negative person or a crowd of people or work situations, there you go, you might find that you'll start the day okay and you think you're positive, or you think you're well. And then throughout the day or throughout that situation with them, you might find that that one's got some issues and this person here's got issues, and you think you're okay with it. I'm not affected, but you are. You're affected by their energy. You're affected by their vibe that they give out, their words that they're saying, the situations that you know about. So if you could just say these words to your subconscious, which is listening, 95% is like a little pond right down there, subconscious. We are talking with 5%. If you can introduce to this subconscious self these words, just in case you're being affected by other people, where you work or people you work with, whatever. So say this to yourself all day, maybe today, or all week, see how you feel. I'm interested, but not involved. And it draws you back. It gives you a nice breath of, a feeling of being free from it, which is what you need, so that you can think better. You can support better. Oh, brilliant as always, Nancy, says Julie. Thank you, darling. Well, I've been using this for a long time. I had to, because I was always, and Vicky as well, I was always involved because I love everybody. I care about everybody. I've got the biggest heart. So have you. You're on here. You must relate to this. So I care about so many people. But if I'm going to be the best I can for them, and even as a therapist or a teacher, I've got to be interested but not involved. So when someone comes here and they've had this much trouble, amazing, maybe really terrible, tragic, terrible situations I can think of, I'm not going to go into detail, but some maybe extreme things have happened to them. I can relate to them, of course I can. I can validate them, but I'm not going to go down that spiral with too many negative reinforcements of that. I'm going to say, I'm interested but not involved. There I am, I'm here. Now I'm watching, not in it, not relating to every terrible thing. And I empower them. I empower them by helping them to get their gifts, or to certainly for them to open their own gift. I'm just going to watch them do it, and I'm going to believe in them. I'm interested but not involved will give you that opportunity not to be sucked in by whatever's going on around you. Great statement. Interested but not involved, says Val. Yes. It's a really easy one to remember, isn't it? So when you're listening to someone moaning, or someone that's got a situation that they won't take responsibility for, and they want you to do it or someone else to take it away, there's quite a few people that know people like that. When that happens, just think, oh, that's interesting. Don't be involved. Don't try and fix them. Don't take away their parcel. Let them open their own. Introduce the fact that they can do it. I'm interested but not involved will help them. That's ultimately what you want to do. That doesn't mean you don't care. You show them love. Always show them love. Show them that you care, but you're not going to open their parcel. You only open your own parcels. And they'll thank you for it. They will remember it. They will be empowered by it. And the best part is it leads to bigger things within themselves. And they become stronger and happier. And you don't have to worry about them as much, because you've seen that growth happen with the courage it took for them to open their own parcel and to do something for themselves. So I'm interested but not involved will help you. I really enjoyed today, but I've got a couple of connecting Tea with Nans that I'd like to introduce to you, just to reinforce this a little bit, to keep you interested with this. Even though it's a good Tea with Nan I did, that was on the 7th of the 8th, 23. That was sort of showing that even though you start a sentence off with that, even though that person is suffering this, I just know they're going to be fine. Even though I've got this situation again, and it usually brings me down, I'm going to feel better. Even though it's like introducing little miracles in your subconscious mind and the law of attraction. Have a look at that on the 7th of the 8th, 23. And then you've got the Eeyore factor. I like that one. It's obviously on the Tea with Nans, and it's the 24th of the 4th, 23. Go onto my website and find that. That's not being affected by the people that bring everyone down with their moaning, or they've got used to it, bless them. It's not their fault. That's all they know. But you don't have to be brought down by it. You don't have to at all. You can keep that energy high and give a lovely vibe to the room. People will want to be around you, not an Eeyore. So that's on the 24th of the 4th, 23. As I say, find these on my website on the Tea with Nans, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. And let's keep our emotional balloon high. We have a choice. You know, just because we love someone and we care about someone or the world or anything around you, just remember, let everyone else take responsibility if they can. You know, I'm interested but not involved will make me more for my world. It will keep me here. It will keep me physically well, emotionally well, and it will help me to attract more good things for myself and my family and friends and people I care about. So many levels, so many reasons why you should be interested but not involved, with love. Because you're not saying I don't care. You're saying I believe that you're going to find a solution, and I'm just going to watch that happen. Oh, sorry, there's Lee. Lee Cooksley. Oh, Lee, it's nice to see you. So nice to see you on here, sweet. It's nice to introduce people I haven't seen for a while. It's so good that we can share a Monday with positive things to think about for the week, isn't it? So I'm interested but not involved. Write it down. Realize that you're helping yourself to become objective, detached, and be of more use to yourself and to others because of it. I hope this has helped. It's certainly helped me. I've been using it for years and years and years. I call it a nanoism, a nanism. So if you just kind of think, okay, what can I use today? I do laugh. Oh, Tracy, great advice. Thank you, Nan. Oh, thank you, darling. It's lovely, lovely that you're on here, Tracy. Thank you. So think about, how can I use this sentence? When you find yourself being dragged, be aware of your shoulders going down. Be aware of your thoughts going back to the same problem of someone else. That's how you know you're opening someone else's parcel. You're involved with trying to find a solution for them. And you might offer it if asked, but they've really got to find their own. And you can empower them to do that by believing in them and saying the words I did. I just know you're going to find a solution to this. I just know that you're going to be triumphant over this, and let them open their own gift. Oh, I've gone on. Actually, the time's really flown today. So I hope you can keep your emotional balloon high. You're more for yourself. You're more for others. You'll stay well on all levels. And of course, collective consciousness. The world will feel more positive energy as you become more positive, as you become well, as you take responsibility for your feelings and let other people take theirs. You are helping the world collectively to become responsible for their actions and their situations that are drawing in. And in the meantime, you can just say, even though that's going to happen instead, be positive. Something good will always follow something bad. It's a yin-yang situation. I always believe that. I know that. I've seen it in my own situations and people with tragic situations themselves. My family, my friends, my clients, my students, everybody I know has a situation that they can grow from. If they're looking at it in the right way, there is always a positive from a negative. So it's finding it and then training yourself to realize, being objective, holding that up, and then doing something about it. And all my talks can help you through that. So if you want any advice, as I say, email me, nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. I can point you to a few if you need them. In the meantime, have a lovely week. Keep your emotional balloon high, like I keep saying. And I'll see you next Monday at 12 o'clock. Have a lovely week. And perhaps write this down, like I say, because it will free you. It will make you feel so liberated from everyone else's negative situations. I'm interested but not involved. Lots of love to all of you. See you next week. I've got a lovely topic to talk about next week with you. And I hope you tune in again. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.